Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome to the Armory, welcome to Full Time Sports Network. Welcome to everyone on X as well. We are here to do the Atalanta versus Arsenal pre-match show, Champions League preview, which is happening tonight at 8 o'clock. I will state that normally I do the watch-alongs. I won't be doing any midweek games unless it's half-term. Just got to be, it's just really tricky, especially with this injury time that they put on now. It's getting too much where it will just affect my son's bedtime and stuff like that. So, yeah, unfortunately, I won't be able to do the watch longs in midweek when it's not half term. So, I will be enjoying the game and I'll do a match reaction tomorrow. But I get to enjoy the game tonight without the stress of doing a watch along as well. Big up to Geeks. I will miss the stream, but good luck. I have hit the like button too. Hint, hint to anyone watching. Thank you very much, Geeks. Yeah, please do. If you're watching on X, please come over to YouTube on the Armory TV and hit a like. Same on Full Time Sports Network if you can. And if you're brand new to the channels as well, please do hit a subscribe as well. We do always try and fit a preview and a reaction in for every game that we do, and watch longs when it's possible, but unfortunately some games are just too tricky nowadays. Big up to Luke, hope you're doing well, Luke. Saying Northampton versus Huddersfield this weekend. Tricky game against Huddersfield. That's a tricky game, but I hope your team comes out on top. Big up to Chris saying big up, mate. Hope you are well. Hope you're well too, Chris, mate. But yeah, it's obviously the Singapore Grand Prix this weekend as well, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. And obviously we've got the Man City game, which I will do the preview for. Just don't know when yet, due to the fact I don't actually know what else I'm doing. But there will be a preview. There will be a reaction straight after the game. Well, near enough after the game. For the City game, there will be a watch along. As much as I don't want to do City games when it comes to the Arsenal love overrules anything else. So yeah, that will be done as well. Obviously we've got Atalanta tonight, which is our first Champions League game of the new season. Obviously it's a very weird setup, but this is what it is. But this is the form guides for both teams. So obviously Atalanta are in Serie A in Italy. I believe they're 12th. That is on a slide. I think they're 12th. At the moment, they have just beaten Fiorentina 3-2. Last weekend, they got annihilated by Inter Milan 4-0. They lost 2-1 away to Torino, and they beat Lecce 4-0 on the road. Obviously, for Arsenal, we won 1-0 in the North London derby. We drew 1-1 with Brighton. Obviously, there are other circumstances with that. We did go down to 10 men, which is why we did draw 1-1. But you never know. Even if we had 11 men, you don't know if you're going to win the game anyway. That's never really a given. We beat Aston Villa at Villa Park 2-0. We beat Wolves 2-0 at home. Chris saying here, interesting few days for me. Hit 1,000 subscribers. Well done, my friend. Carlisle appointing Mike Williamson head coach, which I'm 50-50 about. Do have my concerns. Yeah, I can imagine, mate. I'll be honest. I think they've gone down the wrong route, but let's hope it's a positive. It is what it is. Unfortunately, I don't think they've gotten the right direction. That's my opinion, but I just hope it works out for you. Funny the Liverpool overreactors have gone after our win. I told people Milan were crap defensively. They are nowadays, yeah. Not in the good old days when I used to watch them. But nowadays, not so good defensively. They've got some good players, but they're very much individuals. And I think if you notice that with a lot of teams, you can have a lot of great defenders, but if you don't play as a unit, it's absolutely pointless. People were saying this about Tottenham last weekend, and it's spot on. You can all have great defenders, but if they don't work well as a unit and just have the camaraderie and kind of know one person wants to do and what one person's going to do, you just don't. It doesn't work. With Arsenal, all our defenders know exactly what will happen. If Saliba goes in, Gabriel will fall back and all that kind of stuff. So you just have to work well as a unit, and that's something you need to do on the training field. You have to make them work together as a team, because yes, you work as a team with 11 players, but the defense works as a unit, and if you don't get that working together, it will all crumble and be torn apart, unfortunately. I can imagine that debate was fun. Me and JJ had debate about it when it was announced outside stadium, and people walking by saying it. I can imagine that was great fun. I can imagine you too. I don't think it's the right choice personally. I heard it was Liam Richardson. For whatever reason, they've gone down the Mike Williamson route. I've watched Mike at Gateshead. Yes, he did decent things at Gateshead, but yeah, it wasn't like anything spectacular in my opinion. It is what it is. So that's Atalanta at the moment. That's the form guides. Injuries, not good rating if we're being honest. Scalvini is out for Atalanta. Scamacca is out. Godfrey and Toloi. I'll go with that. Is also out for Atalanta. For Arsenal, you got Tomiyasu out. Tierney, Marino, Odegaard is out. Pretty much long term. It's about 6-7 weeks. Sinchenko is out and Saka is a doubt, but we all know it doesn't really matter. Saka could have his leg dangling off and we'd still play him. But yeah. Chris saying here about pros for Mike. Plays positive football, fresh new coaching staff, fans give him time. Cons, no plan B. Yep. Conceding lots of goals when he was centre back in playing days and can't cope with expectations of MK Dons. Yes, and yes. Yeah, he wasn't the greatest defender, if I'm honest. He was, yeah, he played for Newcastle, but he weren't great. He wasn't the defender. I don't think any of us would have probably bought on FIFA or FM or anything like that. Never startling, was he? Let's be honest. But yeah, let's just hope it works out at Carlisle. But I'll be honest, I think they've gone down the wrong route personally. But I do think the owners will react quite quick if it doesn't pan out. So that's a positive, I suppose. Right, let's do comparisons. Obviously, two different leagues, but people have got to be a little bit nicer about Serie A than some people are nowadays. They just don't respect it enough. There are some quality teams in there. Those teams are going to give you a nightmare. Yes, Atalanta haven't started very well. Sorry, they're in ninth. Are they ninth? Okay, I thought they were 12th for some reason. Yeah, just give them a bit more respect. These Serie A clubs, and they perform pretty decently on European nights as well. They're always up for it. So position for us is obviously second, 1-3, drawn 1, lost 0. Goals scored per game is 1.5. Goals conceded per game is 0.3. Chances created per game is 2.8. Clean sheets is 3 for the Arsenal. For Atalanta, 9th, 1-2, drawn 0, lost 2. Goals scored per game is 2. Goals conceded per game is 2. Chances created per game is 3.88. Clean sheets, just the 1. Let's have a look. Pulisic scored against us. My reaction was priceless. I said, here we go. Annual goal versus Liverpool, then goes missing when not Liverpool. Yeah, Pulisic doesn't have much love, does he? Let's be honest. But yeah, let's get on with talking about Atalanta a little bit more with my 5 to watch. And we are joined by the Silver One. How are we doing, Silver One?
Well, I think I'm going to do the same as you because I seem to be having issues with my cam, so it's going to be audio, I think, with me as
No, it's
well.
fine. Don't worry. Well, I'm in my kitchen. That's the only reason I've got my cam off. You know, as I've explained to you personally, but my son's still not at school yet, so
No, that's fair enough.
it is doing what I got to do. But how are you, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. It's been a very long time. An opportunity presented itself today, so I thought I'd jump on.
Yeah, don't blame you, mate. Don't blame you. I probably will have to do the reaction early tomorrow as well in the daytime. So if anyone's available daytime, please do let me know, just to get it done. As I explained, obviously Tony wasn't here when I explained it. I won't be doing watch alongs in midweek unless it's half term. With my son going to secondary, I just don't feel it's fair that I don't finish streaming till 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I know the feeling. It's all
Yeah.
go, isn't it? It's all go.
Yeah, especially with secondary as well, it's more intense and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I'm just going to stick with half terms and stick with the weekends. I think would be easier. But how are you feeling? Obviously, we'll talk about the my five to watch in a minute. I'll share this in the group WhatsApp as well because I know some people are not respecting Atalanta too much. But how are you feeling about tonight's game against Atalanta?
Look, Atalanta are a team you don't underestimate. But there's a reason why they won the Europa League last
Yeah,
season.
yeah,
No one saw them. No one gave them a chance in the final against Leverkusen. People forget what they did at Anfield. So they know they're very 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 good. I would say I've watched a bit about Atlanta this season, and I think where we could win the game is where we won the game against Spurs, and that's in the set piece because they're not very
yeah,
good at defending corners like
yeah,
Tottenham,
yeah.
and that's where I expect us to go win games. So if you want to tip anybody, go for a defender first goal scorer.
Well, you'll notice I've not actually put any of their defenders in because I'm not impressed by any of their defenders, to be
No,
honest. So,
exactly.
but it's mainly their midfield and their attack. I just go, wow, they're decent. And like you said, they gave Liverpool a good run of it last season. They obviously beat Leverkusen, who hadn't lost a game all season. So, you can't really knock them too much, to be fair. And yes, Serie A isn't the same as what it used to be, but it's still powerful. They're a very good team down there.
What I will say about Serie A, it's looked very competitive early on.
Mm.
And look, I know they got hammered 4-0 by Inter, but the next game they showed great character. They went 2-0 down in that game as well, and they ended up winning 3-2. So
Yeah.
they're not a team to be taken lightly.
No, 100%, mate. Let's quickly see what the quiz is before I go in for these five. Just felt with him being a defender, knows at least to set up us defensively. Doesn't always work with coaches, to be fair, mate. Unfortunately, there's been a few dodgy goalkeeper defending managers that just have no clue to set your team up defensively. So it doesn't always work. I just think Mike Williamson is the wrong choice, personally. Big up to Branny. Hope you're doing well. Saying afternoon, gents.
Hello,
Will be tough game for Arsenal. Gasparini knows how to set his teams up. I would love him as England coach. So would I. People said on my reaction to Williamson, I never looked so deflated, depressed. I looked reluctant to be positive. I wouldn't be that keen on it, if I'm honest. JJ wants to be on the left, but I pushed him onto the right, as I always want to be first. Right, so the five I've put is Raul Bellanova. He is because they kind of play like wing backs at Atalanta. So he is a right
they do.
midfielder, but he is a right wing back, but he is a very good right midfielder as well. So he will be dangerous on the attack up against will be probably Timber, Calafiori. Even I know some people have mentioned Kivior. But yeah, he's going to give us a problem as well. Edison, I would take in a heartbeat, just so everyone's fully aware. He is my party replacement if and when we actually get rid of him. I would go and get Edison. I expect him to come to the Premier League next season, to be fair, because he is quality. What have you made of Edison?
Yeah, he's a very good player. Yeah, I mean he's got to be one of the players you've got to put on the shortlist if Party was to leave. So yeah, no, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, well, he's going to leave because even retirement's close as well now.
Well, that's just it. Yeah, I think this will be his last season, Party. I reckon.
Yeah, I think so as well. Lookman, hard not to talk about him. Were we linked with him? Yeah.
He's been their talisman, isn't he? So
well,
it's definitely
he's a danger. I think he's quality. I just don't see how he would fit in an Arsenal because
No.
He's very much like Smith Rowe. He likes to be free and do what he wants. Arteta doesn't like that. So I just don't think it would work at all, because he would be told, this is what you're doing. And Lookman doesn't, he's not that type of player. He needs to be given the freedom to do what he wants and just have fun. We'll move on to Charles de Ketelaere. I think that's how you say his name.
This is one of James's favourites.
Yeah, well, I wanted him when he left Club Brugge, and obviously went to AC Milan. He's now at Atalanta. He hasn't set the world alight, if I'm honest, but he's still quality. You can see it in there. I just think he just needs to be around.
Still young.
Yeah, he's still very young. Yeah, but I just think not even knocking Gasparini here either, to be fair. But I just feel he needs something to click for him, and I know there's quality there. He's just not showing it sometimes. He's done well so far this season, but he does have these moments where he just goes missing. And the final player, when it comes up, is Matteo Retegui, who is their striker. 4 goals in 4 games. Ain't too bad, is it?
No.
Even though, guess what? That's what strikers do. It's amazing. They're just scoring every game, but he's not talked about. I don't even know if he's played for Italy, to be fair, but he is a good little Italian striker. But he's been playing very well for Atalanta, and that's why he stood out to me. So I think up against Saliba and Gabriel, which I can't see him breaking up that tonight, I think he's going to have a good hard game. So yeah, they're my 5 to watch. Ashler smashed up Liverpool and Leverkusen. They did. There's no other way of saying it. Gasparini set them up very, very well to rip those 2 teams apart. And that's exactly what happened. Yeah. They ripped them to shreds. So he would have studied us. And if there's a way that a team can rip us apart, we will find out tonight. And I hope there isn't a plan that works, because other teams will then look at that plan and use it against us. And we will be in trouble because we don't have a plan B, people. So there we go. Striker scores goals. Yeah, I'm sure. I know, it's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. You buy a striker and they score goals. It's shocking. That's obviously a little dig at certain people. But yeah, if you buy a striker, they score goals. It's incredible. Feels like Wednesday, but it's Thursday because of this format. I know it's mate. Me and Blake were talking earlier. We were like, we weren't even sure what day it was today. We were like, is it Wednesday? Is it Thursday? I haven't got a clue. It is a weird one. I don't like it because it feels like we're playing the Europa League, but I know we're not.
It does, but we're not. So,
well, City have got a nice extra day off. They haven't got any travelling as well for Sunday's game.
Listen, at the end of the day, City have got no excuse on Sunday. That's the way I look at it.
Well, yeah, true. Right, let's go on to the battles. These are the battles that I think are going to be important tonight. So the bouncers, obviously, our bouncer is Thomas Partey, even though he looks more like Peggy Mitchell than Phil Mitchell at the moment. But what have you made of Thomas Partey this season?
Billy Mitchell. Now listen, he has looked a little bit rusty. I'll be honest. I don't think he's been as bad as many would make out, but he certainly hasn't been the Partey that we know he can be, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm hoping with the more games that he plays, the better he can get. That's my hope. Look, with Rice coming back as well, I think he'll be all right.
Well, yeah, I'm still on the Partey needs to leave.
No, I agree with you. I do agree with you. But he's here now, and I think with the more games that he plays, because he's missed a lot of games.
That's my fear. Do you feel there's an injury coming in for him?
There's always a fear of an injury coming when it comes to Thomas Partey. But look, we have to trust him. Arteta's still playing him, so that's where I am with him at the moment. There is the fear, but he's trusting him, so we've got to trust him, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose. For them, their bouncer is I think he's 33 years old now, Martin de Roon. He goes alongside Edison. Edison gets all the plaudits, but de Roon does very, very well himself. He's a good hard-working midfielder. Yeah, I like him. Obviously, I don't want him at Arsenal because he's 33. But I think most people have seen Darun at some point in their in their football watching career. He's been around a few years now. He's been a good quality midfielder for many years. So yeah, good on him. And
He's been important
hopefully,
for Atalanta over the last few years. He's been a part of the to where they are now. You know what I mean?
well,
So
exactly.
he's
Yeah,
an important player for him.
indeed he has. We'll move on to the goalkeepers. We'll start with Atalanta's Marco Konesecki. I think that's how you say his name. Saves per game is 53%. Now, bear in mind they have conceded quite a few goals, Atalanta, so that is
And
why
faced
it
a lot
is.
more shots as well.
Well, yeah, exactly. Goals prevented, he has actually gifted 1.61 goals to the opposition. His passing accuracy is still better than David Reyes. That's something that Reyes still needs to improve on. It really does frustrate me because I know
It
he's
does scare
good.
me at times. I was worried during that Tottenham game where what happened last season.
Yeah,
He had me nervous. He had me nervous a few times, but no, he's getting better. He's getting better.
it's weird because obviously I've known him since he was at Blackburn, and he's always been immaculate with his passing. For whatever reason, at Arsenal, it's nothing like that. Now, whether or not that's the pressure, we're a bigger club, I don't know, but it's nothing like it was at Blackburn.
Yeah. I
And
think it's a pressure as well. I think it's a pressure as well. He looks like he's going to be Spain's #1 soon. So
yeah,
he's got a
true.
lot of pressure on him. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think he'll come good. I think he is improving.
yeah, yeah,
When it
it's
comes to
true.
that. So
But his saves per game is more than Marco's. It's 3.5 per game. So he's actually had to make more saves than Marco has per game, and it's 93% saves that
and
he's
he's made
made.
some very important saves this
Oh, he
season.
has.
So
Undoubtedly, when it comes to saves, I have been amazed by him. It's just his passing, which is obviously part of our game. It needs to be more immaculate than it is right now. That's my only gripe with him is his passing has to improve because obviously that's the way that we play. If it was just
yeah.
goalkeeping talk, great. Easily probably one of the best goalkeepers in the country at the moment because he is. But when it comes to passing, no, it worries me every single time. I'm like,
Just
what
lucky
the
he's
hell are
got
you doing?
he's lucky he's got confident players in front of him like Saliba and Gabriel. So
Yeah, it's like
um,
we were talking before you come on. It's like defensive units. If your defensive unit working well as a team, you are brilliant. You can have four great defenders, all absolutely world class. But if they
yeah,
don't work well as a unit, it's a pointless defense. That's
absolutely.
if you look at Tottenham, and obviously we're talking about Tottenham because that's who we last played. They have got four good defenders, but they just can't play as a unit at all,
That's right.
which is
Yeah,
why they
yeah.
get torn apart. So yeah, right. Let's move on to the next two. Obviously, icing on top, Kai's our #1 striker, so I've obviously got to talk about him. Goals 2 in 4, 1.65 xG. Shots per game is 2.5. Compare that to an actual striker. Look at that. That's me not having a pop at Kai, by the way, because everyone knows how much I love Kai, but he's just not a striker. But an actual striker, 4 in 4, 3.12 xG, and shots per game is 3.3. Goal conversion is 31 for Matteo, 20, which isn't bad for Kai, to be fair.
No,
I think normally around 17-18% for any top striker in Premier League. So 20 is still good. I think
very good.
Haaland last season was on 20, something like that. I haven't seen his goal conversion this season, but I'm sure it's sky high at the moment.
This season.
It will fall off at some point, I'm sure. The Magic Makers, obviously Odegaard would be our Magic Maker, but he's out injured, so I can't talk about him. But Saka, to be fair, has got 4 assists in 4, so he ain't doing too bad,
No, he's not.
It's not bad considering he's actually not our Magic Maker. Odegaard is. And I can see because I think someone put him as the number 10 in the last
I
preview.
did.
And was it you?
It
I
was
think
me. I put him at number 10 for Spurs.
yeah, I think there was a few others that went with your team as well, and it's like I kind of get it because he is good at it. He does.
Yeah,
He knows how to find a pass. He passes
and
very
the
well
thing
to
is,
Ben.
the Odegaard vote. How often do you see Odegaard float towards the right hand side, and that's his natural side anyway. So he can still do what Odegaard does.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Yeah,
So yeah, that's the reason I went for it, because I wanted a bit of pace on either side. Because I think I went with Sterling and Martinelli either side,
Yeah, we'll get into your team in a
and
minute, mate. Yeah.
I don't see Saka as quick as those two. So that's what I went for, because against Spurs, we knew Spurs were going to have the ball a lot, so I wanted to go
Yeah.
counter. So that was
No, I
my
agree. Yeah.
reasoning behind all that.
Yeah. So that's Saka's. Lookman has actually only made one appearance in the Serie A this season. So obviously his stats are not great, because obviously he's literally just played one game. But he has got one goal and one assist in that appearance. So it's not too shabby. But he is troublemaker. But yeah, talking about chosen lineups. Actually, I'm going to quickly go into the comments, because they have been building up since I've been doing that. Europa League is for Man United, it says Chris. Party versus the Room, definitely the battle in midfield. I said before it came up. Well done, Chris. My reaction to Party was like Carlisle announcing Williamson. I have to back him, which I will give him 2 seasons max. If I see improvements, then great. If not, shit hits the fan again. Party is still decent for me. He's decent, but it's time we move on. I agree. Bobby Carlisle got it in the wrong direction. There was only one man for this job. His name is Chris Welch. I love that. I would get sacked straight away, Peter. They don't like more brutal, so I would call out interviewers and the PR sister. Pretty much, I'll be another John Sheridan when he was at Carlisle Boxing Day 2018. We smashed Oldham 6-0 at home to go. Think that be still calling out nonsense. That'd be big up to BX saying, "Come on, you Gunners." Big up to BX as well. Right, let's get into your chosen lineups. There's quite a few, but we'll rate them as quick as we can. Okay, so because Silver One did say he was coming on, I managed to make sure your team was up first. Sergey, Laura, Dominic, Anthony, Tristan, Max, and the Silver One all went for this lineup. So it's Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Party, Rice, and Waneri, Saka, Sterling, Havertz. Reasoning, mate?
No, I wanted to see Sterling start. I think his experience in the Champions League would be quite important.
Yeah.
And then obviously to go completely opposite, I've got Maneri in there, which I know a lot of people wouldn't want to play him, and I understand why they wouldn't want to play him. It's quite a high pressure game, especially away from home.
Yeah.
But I'm on the why not? Why you got him there, so why not? And with the players around him, with all that experience around him, I can't see why he couldn't perform. So I think that's probably our strongest lineup. And I don't know who you. I mean, you maybe put Saka at Odegaard's role like I did for Spurs, but I want him back on that side. So I had to bring Noneri in. So I think it's good enough. I think any team should be good enough. Without trying to sound arrogant, because I'm still wary of Atalanta, but I think our team is good enough to beat them still. So,
well, this is the thing. I know Canners has put it in our group WhatsApp about making his full debut away from home wouldn't sit right. But what we don't know is Ethan's maturity. Now, Ethan is a very mature young man. He would be absolutely fine about it. He's chomping at the bit to show us what he can do. He is more mature than we give him the right to. It's like
why not on a big stage?
Well, exactly. We got Max is making his playing for the under-19s in Atalanta today. I think the game might have finished now. I'm not sure. And he's 15, playing for the under-19s.
Yeah, there you go. And
Now,
remember, we had a 17-year-old once when Patrick Vieira got injured.
Yeah, I'll be honest. We've got to give these. I know they are young kids, but give them a bit more credit. Ethan, I think, is definitely way up for it. Lewis Skelly would be as well if he was called upon. I have no doubts about any of them at the moment. We've got
Well,
great
look,
hopes about
there's a
Aiden.
reason why Arteta kept them two. There's a reason.
Well,
So
I'm not going to give this. I'm not going to give this credit to Arteta. I'll be honest.
Well,
But
no, but he's
our
kept them there.
coaching team,
He's
yeah,
got rid of Smith Rowe. He's got rid of Nelson, players like that, and then but he still kept these guys. So that would tell you he was going to give them a chance at some point, and why not give one of them the chance now?
Yeah, I have no doubts about Waneri. I honestly think he I've lost so because I said it with Brenny on at the weekend. I watched the game and I actually did not even notice that Martin wasn't playing. It was really weird for me to say that, but I just feel like I hadn't even noticed he didn't play. I missed Declan, and I think we missed Declan as a player.
We did.
But me and Brenny both agreed that. Did we really miss Martin? Not really, because the ball weren't going backwards at half the time.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's shame that we missed Declan on the weekend because I actually believe he's our best corner taker. I think he's better than Saka.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 100%. Yeah, Declan can just get it right on your head, can't he? He is sublime when it comes to delivery. But obviously that's for this weekend. But yeah, I think Ethan would be absolutely fine tonight if called upon. I don't think we'll do it because Arteta does not have as much faith as what others do because he likes his favourites and he likes what he can trust, and you've got a big trust issue. I don't see it happening. I'll love it if it is.
I believe he'll start Havertz in the Odegaard position and he'll go with Jesus up top.
Yep.
That's what I think he'll do.
Yeah, but as I said, this is when I ask everyone to do their squads, it's all about you. I don't care what Mikel wants to do. That's for him. He gets paid to do that. It's our team. I want us to choose. So I'm gonna let you because I will trust you because you're not G. Where it just gives himself tens. What would you give your own team a rating out of 10?
I'll give it a 9 because it's strong. It's just Ranieri for Odegaard, really, and maybe Martinelli. Sterling for Martinelli. So
I'll be honest, I can't wait to see Sterling. I know we didn't see much of him on Sunday, but from what I've been hearing about the data and all that kind of stuff from training, he's very much keen, like a excited little greyhound. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Sterling.
And I actually believe him when he says that he's out there to make a point, and I think I believe him. I believe him.
Yeah, and I personally thank Chelsea for paying for him. It's
all that chunk, I know. Lovely, thank you.
it's madness. It's not as much as everyone said it because it's literally we're paying half and they're paying half, but they're still paying for his wages to play for us.
It's lovely. We're robbing them. We are robbing them.
It's £162,000. It's less than Martinelli gets, and it's Raheem Sterling. Like, come on. It's ridiculous, but hey ho. So
it blew my mind when I saw he's only 29 still. I'm like, he's been around forever.
Yeah, it's incredible because you look at Son, he's 32.
Yeah,
he still can put it on sometimes. So we could have a decent year out of Sterling as long as he gets that Chelsea muck off him. As in whatever reason you go to Chelsea,
Sterling,
Well, exactly. I'm not having a pop at Chelsea, but for whatever reason, you go to Chelsea, you become a bad player. I don't know what it is. There's something in their water. I don't know what it is. But as soon as you get that off you're back to being a good player again. So, yeah, I don't know what it is. Anyway, let's go on to the next team, chosen by Jack, Michael, Sam, W, Dionisio, Ao, and Ben. They've dropped Raya. I kind of see why, but it's still Neto is a bit of a risk. White, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Jorginho, Rice, Partey, Jesus, Martinelli, Trossard. What are you giving that one out as a rating, mate?
It's that midfield Neto for me.
Oh, is it the midfield?
Neto, I understand people want to rotate the goalkeepers. Neto, you'll play in the Carabao FA Cup.
Well, he can't play in the Carabao, can he?
Oh, of course he can't. Maybe that's why then.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, okay, all right. Well, listen, I think he's a great goalkeeper anyway, so I haven't really got a problem with Neto. It's the midfield. It's very defensive looking.
Yeah.
I understand people wanting to play Calafiori and Jorginho, the whole Italian thing. I get it. I could get it. But Jorginho, Rice, and Partey, three-man midfield. No, I can't do that. Who's the creative one out of those three?
Yeah, true.
That's
Rice
the
has a
problem.
good Rice has a good pass on him. He can
He
he can
does have a
throw a
good
good
pass on
pass.
him. I mean, maybe Rice would be the most advanced player out of those
Yeah.
three. But that's not Rice's game.
No, it's not.
And where we're playing Jesus, Martinelli, and Trossard, I mean, it's always interchangeable during the game, and it might confuse the head out of their defenders. So maybe that's why they've done it.
Yeah.
But it's a weird balance for me. I just don't like the balance, if I'm completely honest.
No, that's fine. So what are you going to give it?
Because I understand the Calafiori Jorginho thing. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
go. I'm not gonna go seriously low. It's like a 6 or 7.
All right, I'll do the judge. I'll class it as a 7. Right, let's move on to Steve L, Liam John, Will Barrio, and Boo. They have gone with Raya, White, Steve, Gabriel, Timber, Party, Rice, Trossard, Saka, Martin, and Jesus. What are you going to give that one as a rating?
Yeah, I like that one. I do like that one. Trossard in that creative role. Yeah, I can't see why not. He can play anywhere along that 4.
Yeah.
Those 4 positions. So, and again, it can be interchangeable. You can interchange with Saka. You can interchange Martinelli and Jesus, and even Jesus and Trossard, because Trossard and Jesus likes to go deep. So, yeah, that's not too bad. I'm gonna give that one a 7.
Yeah, sorry, I need to clean my mind because that sounded really dirty. Jesus likes to go deep, does he now? Does he now? Anyway. Anyway, moving on. Chosen by Pedro, Daniel, Ricky, Tom G, and Gumza. They have gone with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Jorginho, Rice, Waneri, Trossard, Sterling, and Jesus. What are you going to give that one as a rating?
Kivior's been missing, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to chuck him straight in. Maybe he's in there for the whole Serie A thing. Maybe I don't know. That could be the reason why they've gone for it. It's not a bad team. It's not a bad team at all. Again, I think that's a 7. Just Kivior for me is a bit of a problem.
No worries. Move on to the next one, chosen by Safir, Ken, Jonathan, Vic, Tom, and Satvik. They've gone with Raya, White, Steve, Gabriel, Calafiori, Jorginho, Rice, Havertz, Saka, Sterling, and Jesus. I wouldn't be shocked with this one tonight, to be fair. We're going to give that one as a rating.
Don't know. See, Jesus, you know how I feel about Jesus. He frustrates me.
Yeah.
And you know how I feel about Havertz playing back there. I just think Havertz is going to be playing there. But again, it's what you prefer. Again, I can understand the Calafiori Jorginho thing because of that previous team. I'll give it a 6. We'll give it a 6.
All right, 6. We'll move on to Andrew, Kelly, Renee, Tom A, John, and Cole. We've gone with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Party, Rice, Waneri, Saka, Sterling, and Jesus.
But see, that's my team, just with Jesus and not Havertz. So
yeah,
I'd have to downscore it from mine to an 8.
Okay, fair enough. Let's move on to the next 3. Takahiro, Jason, Lee, Sean, Miguel, M, and Everton have gone with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Jorginho, Rice, Havertz, Saka, Martin, and Jesus.
Yeah, I don't mind that team. Don't mind that team at all. Again, it's just the Havertz Jesus thing again, but it's not a bad team. It's good enough. It's 7.
Yeah. Talking about Max Doman shortly ago, he's just scored for the Arsenal under-19s to make it 3-1 to Atalanta. Sorry, I'm keeping an eye on that as well at the same time. What was the score for you gave that one? Sorry, mate.
Did I say 7? I don't know. We'll go 7.
Okay, sorry. It's because I was paying more attention to Max scoring is for the under-19s. James H, Florence, Elliot, Saf, and Matt have gone with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Partey, Rice, Waneri, Saka, Trossard, and Havertz. What are you going to give that one as a rating?
I like that one. Yeah, I mean, seeing as Trossard's brother's the referee as well, you might as well play him. I give that a 9, because I get, again, the Calafiori thing. I get it.
Yeah. Oh, dear. It is weird how much they look alike. It's
crazy.
I would seriously consider them doing ancestry.
They must have been born on the border.
It's weird, isn't it? It's so weird. Raya White, Vinay, Claire, Stephen D, Romain, and Cannons have gone with this one. Raya White, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Partey, Jorginho, Rice, Saka, Martin, and Havertz.
Judging the way you put that, Rice is the advanced player again, isn't he? It's just, again, it's that midfield. Everything else is fine. So 7. Just that midfield's the concern.
Yeah, no worries. Let's have a look. We've still got 5 more to go. Richard R, Sarah H, Emmanuel, TJ, Akpos, and DWTT have gone with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Jorginho, Rice, Trossard, Saka, Sterling, and Jesus. What are you giving that one as a rating?
Again, I don't mind Trossard being there in that position. It's either Jesus or Havertz that's to start. 7.
Excellent stuff. Holly Mohammed.
I do want to see Sterling start, so that's why these will get respectable scores.
No, look, I have no issues with Sterling starting at all. I'm not one of those that is anti anything Chelsea. They've got good players. They just turn poop once they put that blue shirt on. I don't know what it is, but Holly Mohammed, Albert, Carlos, Shelley, and Brenny K have gone with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Partey, Rice, Havertz, Sterling, Trossard, and Jesus. What are you giving that one as a rating?
They obviously want to rest Saka.
Yeah.
And I can understand people's reasoning, so I'm not going to downgrade that at all. I understand it. I respect that as well. So, say if Saka does still have a knock and he needs to be rested for Sunday, I would probably go for that lineup. So I'll give it an
8. Fair enough. Well, as on the injury list, he is as a down as a doubt. He has got a knock now, so personally, I wouldn't risk him, to be honest. Yeah, it is what it is. Miguel R, Nicolas, Steve B, Tim, and Richard G have gone with Neto, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Partey, Rice, Havertz, Jesus, Martinelli, and Trossard. What are you giving that one?
By Neto, I think that's the most likely lineup. But I'll give it a 7. I'm not ready for Neto just yet.
Yeah, I'm not either. Neto a couple of years ago when we wanted him, yeah. Neto 2 years later, nah, not so much, if I'm honest. But it is what it is. Obviously, it's all clear in the press who we were trying to get. We just couldn't get him, so obviously we had to find someone to replace Ramsdale. So we got Neto.
I think Neto's a good number 2. I haven't got a problem with that signing at all.
Yeah, but obviously we wanted Jean Garcia, but it just didn't pan out in the end. His agent played a good game there and screwed us. We've heard that too many times. Right, let's have a look. So we've got. We'll start with Beth, Alex, Stefan, Igor, and Nick, who have gone with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Partey, Rice, Trossard, Martinelli, Sterling, Havertz. What are you giving that one?
I'm giving that one an 8. I like that one.
Right. And finally, Jimmy, Rose, Simon, Terry, Stephen C, and Mark have gone with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Partey, Rice, Havertz, Saka, Trossard, and Jesus.
Yeah, again, I don't want to see Havertz there, but I know we're going to see him there. 7. Havertz and Jesus on the pitch at the same time, I just can't do it. I just can't.
Yeah. Before I move on to the comments, how are you doing for time? Because obviously I know you have the school run to do.
Oh, no, I'm okay. He's got football.
You're right. Okay, cool. Must lineup is predictable. Yes, 100%. Havertz is better as false 9. He no good in 10, so why not give the kid a chance? Yeah, I'd give you a run out, says BX. These kids going to need experience at some point, 100%, because when they are needed upon, we can't just shove them in gold because they'll have the nightmare of a debut. We've had this a few
Here's the thing,
times.
Bobby. Here's the thing. Say something goes wrong against City, we need to call upon him in like the 10th minute or something.
Yep,
You know what I
100%.
mean? Why not? Why not give him this opportunity?
Arteta's got this thing where he has his favourites and his little trusted crew, and then when we are desperate, and it happened with Smith Rowe and Nelson last season, when we call upon them, they come in cold, and I'm not saying they look awful players, but they're not up to speed. They're not used to playing, so it kind of makes them have a horrible game, and it's not necessarily their fault. It's kind of on the manager for me because you have to give them minutes. We've had it over the years before Arteta as well. Before, I just feel that I'm picking on Arteta, but we've had kids that we've literally not trusted before. They come in and some of them lose their head. They get red cards within the first 5 minutes. We've had it. Can't think of the young kid. I think he was a fullback at the time. Can't think what his name was, but was it Hoyt?
I think it might have been one of the Hoyt brothers anyway.
Yeah, it literally came on, got a red card, and that's happened a couple of times. You know, you can't just drag them in from nowhere. No, it's too risky. You have to give him some minutes now and then. But Ethan, to be fair to him, has been around the first team for all this season. He won't be going to the under-21s at all.
He's giving those chances because you look. I mean, look, we saw the bench against Tottenham.
Yes, oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
I liked it, but my God, if we had a couple of injuries, we'd have been.
It was so young, wasn't it? It was sick.
Yeah, it's like Cabia is playing for the under-19s now against Atalanta, who was on the bench. Kakuri is also playing for the under-19s now. So the under-19 level, not even under-21s, the under-19s. Right, yeah. It's a huge jump from the under-19s to the to the full team. Let's be honest.
Our squad is so thin, so you got to give these players chances.
Well, this is the way that Arteta wants it. In the end, he wanted it nice and thin. I just think it's an absolute huge risk that could backfire on him.
It's a dangerous game. Yeah,
it is.
We were lucky last season. We were very fortunate last season. In terms of injuries.
Yeah,
and it's now starting to bite us.
So, yes,
really need to start blooding in these players. And
100%.
And look, even if you do it one by one, so like with my team, I only put Ranieri in. That's fine. Just do it that way.
Yeah,
you don't need to completely change the team. Just blood them in.
No, it's like obviously, I think is it Bolton next week we're playing them. Yeah, we're obviously playing them at home, and I really do hope he puts out a lot. I have no issues with it if we get knocked out. I have literally no issue. I know that the rival fans will go, "Ha, you got knocked out by Bolton." Yeah, whilst playing our youth, but you got to give them a chance at some point. You've got to, if he. I'm going to guess Setford might start in goal because obviously if Neto's not playing, I can't see him risking Raya.
We'll see players like Heaven and
Aiden will probably play. I definitely 100% expect Nwaneri to start.
I think Skelly will start as well.
Lewis Skelly is another one. Who knows? There might be another one that he might start Ishmael as well. Kapia, the young Dutch winger.
You know how I feel about Rosiak. I don't mind seeing him. So
Rosiak, the Josh Nichols has gone in front of him as a priority to make the fullback position. So Josh Nichols might start next week, which I have no issues with. I kind of expect to see Max within the first team within 2 or 3 seasons. He's only 15, but he's always looked like 2 or 3 years more mature than he actually is. He's scored for the under-19s today. He's 4 years below that age. So I think Max is the best hope we've got coming out of Hale End at the moment. We've obviously got quite a few, but Max is the biggest one we've got coming out. But as I said in the summer. I'm not setting my heart on it anymore because obviously the last one I mentioned last summer has now gone to Man United. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
the less said about that, the better. Yeah,
yeah, it's painful for me. Painful, if I'm honest.
yeah, that's painful for a lot of us.
Yeah, but obviously you all know that how much I said to him. Look, this kid is special, and he is. He is extremely special. And now he's gone to another team because we just can't convince him to stay.
Getting Andy Cole
Uh,
vibes here.
Yeah, yeah, it's just what it is. The young goalkeeper came on for Man against us on Tuesday. Well, we should have been on earlier, but we took advantage of Magnan on set pieces. This is the thing: everyone rates Magnan very highly. I think he's all right, but I don't think he's top class because they was talking about him
He's
replacing
a
Edison
decent
at City.
goalkeeper, yes. A decent
But
goalkeeper, but yeah, he's not as
nah,
the people make him out to be.
nah. Magnan crying because he had to come off. Oh, please, what wants to stop being selfish, says Chris. Sterling was all about which Sterling will you get? And I mean the player, not the Sterling, the money. Well, it's either that or the things that are being made illegal nowadays. But yeah. I'm expecting Sterling to announce himself properly tonight. It'd be interesting if it is. Final opinion on Williamson. He was the owner's choice and impressed in interviews. Could have been better, could have been worse. Any Carlisle relation to why it couldn't have been worse. Yeah, true. Anyone can impress in interviews. Don't back it up and otherwise blind. So you think it's Michelle Keegan, but you're right, Miss Joe Collins. Just an example, Chris. he never stop. Superman D wants to move again now. My brutal response: no, you can suffer. Stay there overall. Anyone will take him. Yeah, we'll. He won't move in January. He'll move next summer. Who knows where he'll go? I don't rule us out at the moment, if I'm honest. Neto will play in cup games apart from the Carabao because he's cup tied because he played football.
Yeah, he's really like that later on. Yeah.
Oh, is he? Okay, cool. Evening to Temi. Evening, Tim. Oh, here we go. Time
Temi.
to roll out the alternative teams against Atalanta. God. Agents are snobby C word, just like boxing promoters. It's sports agents, 100%. Agents remind me of McDonald's high office, not really full of great ideas. Like you, Chris. Yeah, Milan's Champions League game if already qualified. Yeah, but Arteta doesn't even rest or rotate for those type of games. He did it last season, didn't he? We'd already qualified. We'd already got first, and he just goes pretty much full strength for a needless game.
That's all
but
we had
it
there,
is
I
what it
suppose.
is.
That's all we have now.
Yeah. How long have you got, Tone? And how well do you know
I've got
Atalanta? Because you got a few minutes, right? I'll skip you having to do the challenge because the challenge is coming up. But I have got two people that have done it anyway. But you can at least have a discussion about what you rate them anyway, because I think putting this on you.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's get into the challenge. Okay, so the rules have changed for people that are new. So you've got still choose 6 from the Arsenal, 5 from the opposition, no unavailable players. Doubts are now allowed. It's just fully outs now. But you do have to choose one midfielder and 1 forward minimum from the opposition. Once you select a player, you cannot swap him. Formation of the home team is always selected. No former players, present squad only. Yes, I've had to put that in there because people still try it even to this day. It's ridiculous. Right, so I have asked Valentino and Stefan representing Arsenal and Valentino's representing Atalanta. I'm going to let Tony actually score these. I won't get any backlash from it then, because it's normally me that gets the backlash. Right, we're going to start with Valentino. So he's gone with Raya Jim City. Is that how you say his name? I have no idea.
Yeah, we'll go for that. We'll go for that.
Yeah, Saliba, Gabriel, White as a right wing back, Saka as a left wing back, Edison, Party, Lookman, Der Ketelaere, and Retigu up front. What are you going to give that as a rating out of
10? I because of the formation, I see why they put Saka at left wing back.
Yeah.
I'm actually not upset about it. I thought I was going to be upset about it because of their formation. I can understand it, and I look at who they've got at the attacking midfield areas. So, no, I like it. I do like it because it's mainly got the Arsenal solid defence there, and their forward players are not bad at all. Obviously, you got Edison in there as well that we do like. I'm going to give that one. I'm going to give that one a, like, all things considered, 9.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Yeah, to be fair, Valentino was very like, Saka, in a very, very strong Italian accent, by the way. His English is very good, but yeah, it was quite funny when he was saying Saka. But it's like, yeah, he definitely played left wing back. I'm like, yeah, you can, definitely. You've done it before. And he was like, oh, okay, we'll put him there then. Because he wanted his like forward line, which I kind of get because obviously he's
I know, I understand, and they're 3 very good players. So
yeah, they are. They are, to be fair. So yeah, 9 for Valentino. So Stefan has gone with, of course, he would go with that goalkeeper, Carnesecchi, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori as our defence, Bellanova, Kolasinac, Jesus Christ, Ederson, Rice, Lookman, Havertz, and Hess. You know, I would never have thought about to say Kolasinac ever again on my life.
And that's what done it for me. I saw Kolasinac, I saw the goalkeeper. You know how I feel about Jesus. Although I think Jesus, if in the Italian league, would be a different story. I honestly do. And then there's Havertz at 8M. Mind you, in that formation, Havertz could work, but
I think it's that formation, though, isn't it? That's the thing. What you got to think about. I think
yeah,
Lookman and Havertz in that formation would be quite because I've always said Havertz in Bayern Munich's lineup dangerous as hell.
And that's what I mean. You've got to consider the formation and the way that they play, and Havertz there does make sense. It's the goalkeeper and Kolasinac for me, and the right wing back. Maybe that he is a good player. Calafiori centre back. Yeah, no, ain't got a problem with that. I mean, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori. That's a solid 3-man defense. That is. It's not actually that bad. And the more I think about it, the more I look at it, it's actually not as bad as it looks. But I am going to edge towards Valentino and give this one an 8.
Yeah, I'm with you. To be honest, if I was in a slightly worse mood, I probably would have gone. It's a Bobby Booby because of Kolasinac, but I Kolasinac is. I liked him before we signed him. Like as a left wing back, he is extremely dangerous because that's what he's very good at, attacking their defense and causing havoc. Puts a good cross in.
I spoke to people because he was in the German league before, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Yeah,
and I spoke to people who watched the Bundesliga and said he's a really, really good player. We obviously didn't get that version. He started okay. He started good.
Yeah.
But as time went on, it just didn't work out for him, which is a shame. It happens to some players. You know, some players aren't built for certain leagues. You look at Lookman; he's an example.
Yeah.
So, I would say Kolasinac is the main reason why I've scored that team down. I just prefer Valentino's, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's fine. Brilliant stuff. Thanks, mate. Well, let's get into the comments before we get into predictions. We can't afford to make too many changes for the Atalanta game. It's going to be a tough game. Look what they did to Liverpool. 100% AFC always. I am not one of those that goes, this is going to be an easy game. It's Atalanta away. There's 2 reasons that worries me. Atalanta are a very good team. Gasperini, one of the best managers out there, in my opinion. And we're away. Which I'll be honest, we never look that great away, which worries me as well.
It's going to be a hostile, atmosphere as well. So
it's going to be.
We know what the Italians are like.
Yeah. Well, you know what? As much as I hate not doing the watch along tonight, I'm kind of excited as well because I can just enjoy the actual full atmosphere without the stress of worrying about comments and doing the watch along. I can just kind of enjoy it. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. I will do the reaction tomorrow at some point when I've got the time. Big up to Chris who's taken part. He's gone with Rayo, Bellanova, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kolasinac, Edison, Rice, Ketelaere, Trossard, and Retegui. Tony, as you've scored the other two, you better score this one as well, mate.
We've gone better with the goalkeeper there. So
I think. Oh, actually, he changed it. He changed Kolasinac to Rugari.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, he has. Okay, well,
Yeah.
because I still think Valentino's is better.
Yeah.
But it's better than the other ones that Stefan done. So Bobby won't allow an 8.5, but I'll give you an 8.5. But it's going to be an 8 for Bobby.
Yes, correct. But well done, Chris. It's not that easy. Sometimes some of these games when I do the challenge.
Well, no,
well
he had no time to think about it, and that's a really good effort. So
yeah, it is.
Credit you, Chris.
Yeah, to be fair, because this hasn't not been set up for like days. This literally was announced today. Yeah. So yeah, you definitely had no time to prepare for this challenge today.
All right, Chris, I'm going to give you a 9, mate. I'll give you a 9 because of that time you had.
There you go, 9 now. AFC always saying, love that comment. That yeah, to be fair, yes, because anyone that's seen Paul Merson dance knows that he can't dance. I guarantee he'll only get through just for pure comedy value. That is the only reason he'll go through to certain rounds.
He just wants to outdo Tony Adams. That's all he wants to do.
Yeah, and Tony Adams was a bad dancer as well. So yeah, we're not well known for dancing at Arsenal Football Club. That's for certain. Love to see White in the back.
They need to get a freeway on there. That's what they need to do.
I'm not. I would love to see him more as a right wing back. He was brilliant at Leeds doing that. Absolutely fantastic. He's just brilliant as a right back. He just is fantastic. He's becoming one of my favourite right backs that I've seen for a long time, Ben.
Yeah, for Bobby to say that, a right back himself.
Yeah, honestly, I love watching him. He never worries me as a defender. I'm like, every time it goes down that side, I'm so sure that I know who's going to deal with it. I enjoyed that on Sunday with Timber. Every time it went to Timber's side, I was like, yeah, I feel comfortable, very relaxed. Yeah. Zinchenko, I panic every pissing time.
We all do, mate.
Chris Wells has gone for a 1-1 prediction for tonight's game. Interesting because in this format you have to aim to win now. So unlucky to that. Yeah, exactly. You do have to kind of win the games now. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting because
it's a good job we know you, Temi. It's a good job we know you.
We know this. We know that way he works. I will write it down. It has been working, so we'll keep on with it. But yes, keep on doing it, Tim. Whilst it's working anyway.
For all of that.
Yeah. Neither Merson or Ange are winning with respect. No, I'll be surprised if Ange is in his job by January, if I'm honest. Except when Weiss faces Rashford. I think that was just a one-off in Rashford against us for some reason. It's like Captain America before he takes that potion. He's like the weedy little boy. That's what Rashford is in most games. And then all of a sudden he's taken that potion. And when he plays us, he turns into Captain America. It's ridiculous. Yes, I know people will comment about what happened the other night against Barnsley, but I will be very honest. It was Barnsley. If he does that at the weekend, then fair enough. But I've seen him enough because obviously we do watch longs of Man U as well. I've not been impressed. He frustrates the hell out of me. Rashford does.
For him as well, didn't we?
Yeah, just get Dermot to the watch long tonight.
Yeah, do you know what? We should just get Dermot to all of them.
Yeah, we should. To be fair, he is our lucky charm. And I'm not doing that in the way he's Irish.
Get him to do watch-alongs. Just yeah. Maybe we should just have the Dermo show.
But Tony, what are you going for your prediction tonight, mate?
I think. Do you know what? I think we will win. Again, like I said, it's not going to be easy, but I think with Rice back, I think they're not very good at defending set pieces. And I think that's what's going to win us the game again today. I think they might, with the hostile environment we're going to be in as well, they're going to be well up for it.
Yeah.
First game back in the Champions League. I'm going 2-1. It's going to be a narrow win.
But we'll get the job done. 2-1 to the Arsenal, says Tony.
I would like a clean sheet, but away in the Champions League, that's going to be difficult, even for us.
Yeah. I've got to be honest. I've got to be who I am. I think we'll lose tonight. I think Atalanta will take the 3 points. I'm going to go with a 2-1 to Atalanta. It's just from what I've seen last season in Champions League, we were so poor going away.
That Lons game's in your head, isn't it?
Oh God, does it? Yeah, it is. But we weren't up for that, and our own captain was there and playing as well. But mind you, that could actually be a bonus because he's not playing, which means Jorginho will be the captain, and we seem to listen to him way more than Georgie, than Martin. But maybe we might get a prefer. It's me having a pop at Martin, by the way, because I've always said he's not captain material to me. He hasn't really shown anything this season to me yet. And I'll be honest, I didn't miss him on Sunday. So he needs to convince me when he comes back that he deserves to be a captain of Arsenal. Obviously, I've seen enough Arsenal captains to know what I expect out of a captain. He doesn't show it to me yet.
To start, then, are you?
Say that again, mate.
You expecting Jorginho to start?
I would have assumed so. Yeah.
If he's not starting, it'll be Saka as the captain.
Well, exactly. I'm kind of going on captain rule here as well. So, without Odegaard, I'm sure Georgie would have to start, be a captain. But yeah, I suppose if he doesn't start, it'd have to be Saka being the captain. But I think you don't need to put that pressure on him either. Just let Saka be Saka.
Right.
Well, exactly. He's been my number one.
Gabriel would be a good captain.
Yeah, Gabriel, but I've always said Rice is the right man for the captain.
Yeah, he is.
He's definitely got Irish blood. You can see it in him. So give him the shout because I would. But yeah, it is what it is. But guys, really appreciate it. Everyone that's watching, we've got 138 people watching right now. So thank you ever so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Dermot do all the watch-alongs and Arsenal win quadruple 100%. Silver 1 rating was fair, 8.5. You're just doing that because you know it narks me to say 8.5. I can't stand it. I know he's only doing it to wind me up.
You have a 9.5 then.
Dermot, only person to win for Liverpool to win the league this season. No Liverpool fans went for us to win the league. Yes, Dermot. Yeah, but he's obviously not going to name us, is he? So yeah, he's there's only 3 to choose from, really. Let's be honest. It's only Liverpool, Man City, and Arsenal. He's not going to choose us for obvious reasons. City, you just don't know because the situation is at the moment, obviously there's a hearing taking place that will be dealt with, probably finished all by March. So we'll know the outcome of it. And obviously if they do get a points deduction, it's going to be a hefty one. It's not going to be like a little bit. It will be a hefty one. So good luck to you boys tonight. I want you to beat City on Sunday while I hope Carlo will win at Swindon on Saturday in Gaffer's first game. And I know my second team, Liverpool, will beat Bournemouth. Chris, I'm not being harsh, but didn't you think they'd beat Forest? Just saying. Just be very careful not to upset the football gods.
Bournemouth are a very good side, by the way.
They have. I always say I hope that my team beats them. I don't always say my team will beat them because you upset the football gods. They'll bite you. They really will. Here in the can't wait. Zero punishment. Thanks for paying us the money. Just 5 minutes of naughty step. I guarantee something will happen. Something will stick. Something will stick.
Conversation for a different stream.
It is. It's something will stick. I guarantee you that something will stick. But yeah, guys, appreciate it. Tony, where can they find you, my friend?
If it's not on a rare occasion on here, thanks for having me, Bobby. Like I said, it's been a very long time, but you can find me on X at what's my handle again? Oh, at Silver's Segment. There we go. Just said Silver's Segments or Segment. I can't remember now. It might be an S in the end. It might not be an S in the end. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been on there, Bobby.
God.
But I'll put it somewhere for you if you really want to follow me. So
Yeah, there you go. You'll see me tomorrow because I will do a reaction tomorrow at some point whenever I've got the time, and then we'll be back to do the Man City preview again, either Friday or Saturday, depending on what I'm doing on Saturday. 'Cause it depends on what games I might want to do, and then back on Sunday for the watch along and match reaction as well for the City game. So yeah, you will see me for a few days coming up. But enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take it easy. Speak to you soon. Take care and bye bye.
Come on, you Gunners.
Bye now. Exactly.